students. So, how's the lecture series going on? Cool? Studying or not? Stuff to follow. See, usually I don't like this motivation factory, but still I will say, if you are putting the hard lever once, it pay you more than the lever. Okay. So you have been doing the mathematics in your ways from the childhood only. I only changed the way that how to consolidate your knowledge part, how to consolidate the information and how to apply that information. In the doubts problem, I am just working on that mode too, which you used to do in the college time. But meanwhile, I am always much concerned about conceptual clarity in mathematics. Otherwise, we always feel that we are lagging behind. So that today's lecture is one more step in that continuation only. Actually, this topic is infinite series. Okay. So what I have done for this series as a student in my BSc is always mugging up the formulas, nth test, Cauchy-Thenon test, logarithmic test, Rabi's test, Abel's test, what is the rearrangement of terms, what is absolute convergence and all. Being a teacher, what I did is, because things were not consolidated, somewhere I am studying about power series, somewhere I am studying about radius of convergence, and nothing is settled into my mind. So what I decided is consolidation of such all scattered topics. So as an UPSC aspirant, what I thought is, number first is infinite series. There will be some theorems, necessary and sufficient conditions type. There will be some results, those are also theorems, but we need to remember all these results like Cauchy's test. Cauchy's test में nth root test, integral test, Rabi's test, Abel's test, Abel's and Dirichlet, very important. Also we use in the uniform convergence wala part. So these are some results which we use to find the convergence of an infinite series. Okay. And another part is the power series, radius of convergence as well as interval of convergence, limit an plus 1 upon an, you just find and you discuss about for what values of x the radius that series is converging or not. So this is going to be the mode for this topic, and you are suggested to follow this only. Okay. So for this specific topic, I have designed the lecture as the part 1. I will do the mentoring for topic. In the part 2, I will teach you actually. You people, please don't be confused here. Mentoring means telling you ways to do this topic. Because as per my understanding, for this particular chapter, we need to remember what? We need to remember all these tests. First keyword. So that is comes the mentoring. Okay. So mentoring mein what I said is, remember all these tests. Fine. With some model examples. Okay. That is the keyword for this chapter. Like Cauchy's nth root test आपको पता है, but how I am going to apply this Cauchy's nth root test? So I suggest you, especially these UPSC aspirants, please solve some examples till the last result. By seeing the example, if you are thinking that I will do, so in the exam hall you will face the blunder, nothing. Getting my point? So you are advised in the mentoring part that अपने को here the Ratta Mar Jindabad will have to do for all these tests with examples. Getting? This is the mentoring part. Now, mentoring more includes कि sir please hint us about what is the infinite series, sir. You said, as I said, कि sequences and series, what is the difference between that? And I also told you that a series is nothing but a sequence only. So, understanding the basics of the series, how these tests come into the picture, how these tests apply, step by step, how to find that nth term, observing that nth term. If some test fails, then how to go for the next. All such details I am going to do in this mentoring part. And in the next lecture, what I will be doing is, I will be taking questions for each test, 1 or 2 questions, so that if you are having any problem in any of the tests, you are able to solve those. Fine? Will it work? See, if you are a regular classroom student, so I may take कि चलो आज हम definitions पढ़ते हैं, 4 टेस्ट पढ़ते हैं. I can do that. But for online learning, what restrictions I found that we'll have to be very much disciplined, concise, always targeted towards the exam, not extrapolating any concept, always talking pinpoint, point to point. That is the real crux of this grand lecture series. So for me, whatever I thought ki okay, you may have confusion at this point, I will be concentrating on that. By assignment solution, you will be getting the complete picture of the topic. Fine? Sure. Let's move. So when I say infinite series, let's talk about it, how it is a sequence actually. Achha, one more thing I will say, कि the PDF I have shared with you in the Telegram group, that has all clarifications, because those are the detailed class notes, not a book. Okay. So if you are going through any example, any definition, you will feel that teacher is talking to you. Such explanation is there in the PDF. So if you want to go through the PDF, you go through that, you must go through that. Grab the things. If any confusion, let us discuss in the group only. Chalo. Now I come on the basics. Mainly students who do not study this pure maths or definitions parts much, for them I am discussing about what is series or infinite series all about. So what I usually talk here, abhi you will be compatible with that definition, because I know what is the value of definition. Okay. So slowly we'll move. A series or an infinite series is nothing but a sequence only. And that sequence, how that particular sequence, a special kind of sequence. Let's try to make it more clear. Let's consider a real sequence xn. So how we write sequence xn as first term, second term, third term, nth term, and so on. Now let's try to construct one more sequence. Please focus here, because that is why your teacher is here. Otherwise these information kind of stuff floating everywhere. Let's try to construct one more sequence with the help of sequence xn. First term of that sequence Sn. First term of that sequence is nothing but x1 only. Okay? Like I am trying to construct. So construction is like that कि I have fixed sequence Sn का first term as x1 means given sequence का first term. S2 I defined as sum of first two terms of the given sequence. S3 I defined as sum of first three terms of some given sequence. Sn I defined as sum of first n terms of a given sequence. Now, the sequence Sn. Sn is what? Partial sums collection. This is a sum, partial sum of two terms, partial sum of three terms, partial sum of n terms, and partial sum of n plus 1 terms, and so on. So a sequence, a series, moreover an infinite series, is a special kind of sequence. Note down on the class paper. An infinite series is a special kind of sequence which comprises of partial sums of some given sequence. Getting? So an infinite series is nothing but a sequence only. Chalo, let's have some example also here, just to make more clarity for you guys. Let's take an example. Suppose that I take a sequence. See, the beauty of the definition, I always feel, this is the term which I wanted to learn. Okay. So, सबसे पहले what I will have? A sequence. So, what I will be having? Let's consider a sequence xn as 1x, x square, x raised to the power n, and so on. So suppose that you have considered this real sequence. Now let's try to construct sequence xn. So how I will be constructing sequence xn? As S1 is the first term of the sequence, S2 is the partial sum of first two term of the sequence, S3 is the partial sums of three terms of a given sequence, Sn is partial sum of first n terms of the sequence. Clear? So, sequence Sn. Now, if I construct n going from 1 to infinity, x raised to the power n. तो ये बच्चे क्या दिखेगा आपको? n going from, suppose that 0 to infinity. So x power 0 is 1 plus x square, and so on. Infinite terms will be there. So this is a series that is sequence of partial sums. Getting? Okay. I think the picture is clear. Ki why an infinite series is a sequence only. Clear or not? Should I remove this part? Fine. Now, what I'm gonna do is, what we happens now, we always think to study bigger concepts. But what I learned, as I am grower, like as I am being elder and elder, I am much interested in knowing smaller things, because I know the life is very simple. Only we have made it complicated. Getting? This series part from the 2007 only I am studying, but never got such clarity before coming into teaching. Because if I am doing teaching, I'll have to prove myself. Otherwise, the student will do the bend waza, na? Chalo. So this series I'm going to talk about, this special series which you always remember, that geometric series. That is like, see, one series we have converted with the help of sequence xn. Okay. Series is what? N going from 0 to infinity, x raised to the power n, that is nothing but 1 plus x square plus x raised to the power n, and so on to infinity. Now, if I ask this series, iska summation you have studied right for modulus of, because this is nothing but geometric series only with infinite terms and common ratio is x. So समेशन क्या पढ़ा है आपने? a upon 1 minus r, infinite में geometric series में a is the first term, r is the common ratio. So this series का summation will be 1 upon 1 minus x. But why we added this condition? Why it is not true for modulus of x greater than 1? Getting my point? So the concept lies here only. What I told you, that convergence of a sequence Sn means limit n tending to infinity. If it exists, then we say it converges, otherwise nahi. Acha, one more term I want to add here. Convergent series means sum is a finite number. Let's say if I take x की जगह 1 by 2, so what I want to say, 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 का power n and so on. If I do this summation over the RHS, then I got a finite number. Then in that case we say that series is convergent. So what does it mean actually? Ki for modulus of x less than 1, this series converges. Getting? So why it converges? Why this condition is like this? That comes from the concept of convergence. So series is nothing but a sequence only. So for sequence Sn, if I want to check the sequence Sn converges or not, what I told you in the previous lecture, because the limit of Sn is equal to L, some finite number. So what does it shows? Ki Sn is what here? Here in 1, Sn is 1 plus x square plus x raised to the power n. What I need to tell is कि this Sn converges to 1 upon 1 minus x. I need to verify this condition. So for this, what I told you, limit या फिर modulus of Sn minus 1 upon 1 plus x, it should be less than epsilon for some n greater or equal to n naught. This I told you. Any doubt, you guys? Now, if I want to prove this thing, then I need to discuss about if I take, suppose that 1 plus x square plus x raised to the power n. So dear, this is your Sn. So by the geometric series, what we have learned? Sum of n terms, a into r raised to the power n minus 1 upon r minus 1, or a into 1 minus r the power n upon. Is that clear to you all? Any doubt? Anyone? No. So what I am gonna do is, I am putting that here. Is it visible? Let me check it. Yes, it is visible. So Sn here is what? 1 minus x raised to the power n upon 1 minus x minus 1 upon 1 plus कहाँ से आ गया? 1 minus. So dear, this comes out to be 1 minus, ये minus 1 गया, modulus of minus x raised to the power n upon 1 minus x. So this comes out to be x raised to the power 1 upon modulus of 1 minus x. Here you can talk modulus of x, no issues. Where I am interested now, please focus here. If I want to show this L is the limit of Sn, then after some finite number of terms, the difference between, please recall the last lecture, the difference between Sn and this L must be less than epsilon for some n greater or equal to, for all n greater or equal to m. Recalled or not? Fine. So to target this, what I did is, I just tried to calculate this theorem, this thing, Sn minus L, and I landed up with this thing. Any doubt? Now, if I want this quantity as less than epsilon, or you can say tend to 0, and this quantity will tend to 0 only when x line, क्योंकि आपने क्या पढ़ा हुआ है, limit x raised to the power n is, या limit n tends to infinity, x raised to power n is 0 for modulus x less than 1. Am I clear or not? Abhi you got the point? Why this modulus needs to be less than 1? Any issue? No. And also you can talk about if x becomes 1, so 1 minus 1 0, it will tend to infinity and the things will be gone. Means this condition will not hold. So abhi samajh mein aaya? I connected all the dots. Now it is up to you how you take it. If anything is missing, please rewind the video and say it again. Abhi I should move? Chalo. Sequence से series से partial sums का sequence, partial sums से convergence का मतलब, and convergence का मतलब से getting that this is limit of this or not. So what do you mean? कि this summation, इसका जो RHS का the summation you get, that is the limit value for this sequence of partial sums. This represents what? If n tends to infinity, means it represents S1 plus S2 plus S3 plus Sn and up to infinity. So don't confuse this. This is a single term. Read with whole. Limit n tends to infinity means this is the summation of the terms up to infinity. I guess you are enjoying this. Now let's move on to the next. Actually, I'm always interested in the definition part because I understood if you are well clear about the definitions, nowhere you will feel any type of uncomfortability. Getting? So let's move on. Now, what rest I have to do? The things which I will suggest here is the next you will be studying about in this chapter in finite series of positive terms. I am moving on the next subpart, okay? Series with alternate negative and positive terms. For these two, I will have to learn formulas, you can say theorems or tests, and for these some particular tests are there. So the part A is series with positive terms only, and part 2 series with alternative negative and positive terms only. So let's focus on the part A. Series of positive terms only means my series n going from 0 to infinity, if I represent this un or sn, whatever you want to take, summation un as u1 plus u2 plus un and so on. The series will be looking like this. Now, the necessary condition, the first point you will be studying in the class notes, the PDF or any book, the necessary condition for one to be conversant means, acha, what is the difference between necessary and sufficient? Tell me. Many of you will confuse actually. Necessary to be conversant means if this series is conversant, then this should be necessarily holded. Means condition necessarily will hold if that is true. Sufficiency is means that condition is sufficient for this to be true. Rewind the video and see it, like listen it again. Condition is necessary if it is true. Condition is sufficient for this to be true. हिंदी में बोला है, this condition आवश्यक है अगर ये सही है, ये condition पर्याप्त है इसके convergent होने के लिए. Getting? I hope it is clear. So the necessary condition is limit n tends to infinity, un equals to 0. Un is what? Nth term of given infinite series. Why I am marking this marks here? Because in every test, your first step will be observing the nth term of that series. Clear? Okay. Please mark star here. ये आपका पहला कर्तव्य होगा. This will be your first duty in applying any test in this series chapter कि you observe for the given series what is the nth term. Okay? Then you will, this is your step 1. Step 2 will be checking whether this holds or 2 holds or not. 2 means first you observe nth term, find the limit n tends to infinity of that term. If you get 0 means this series may be conversant. Please focus. If this holds yes, then proceed further. Okay, no, then say series not convergent. Getting my point? Because this condition is necessary. Now you may think, sir, ki prove this. Proving is always like na, because if you are enjoying the definitions, proving becomes easy. So what I told you, if I compare this series with the sequence of partial sums, so what will be dear? S1 is U1, S2 is U1 plus U2, S3 means sum of first three terms. Getting? So Sn will be U1 plus U2 plus Un. Sn plus 1 is U1 plus U2 plus Un plus Un plus 1. Is that clear or not? Now, if अगर मैं चाहूं what is Un, what will be Un? Or you can say Un plus 1, anything, because n tends to infinity पे either 1 added, nothing will like going to impact. So if I want what is Un plus 1, so can I write it here like this? You getting my point? If you are concerned about Un, then you may write Sn minus 1, and here you can write Sn minus 1 as U1 plus U2 plus Un minus 1. So if you subtract Sn से Sn minus 1, U1, U2, Un all cancelled out, the remaining term is Un. So Un can be written like this. Clear? So let's say I am doing proof, because many of you struggle कि यार मैथ्स में प्रूफ देखने पे बुखार आता है. तो बुखार should not come. Because if you are learning definitions, if you are learning concepts, then no problem is there. Where is the problem? Tell me. इसमें क्या लिखने में problem है इसमें? So the thing is observation. What? Observation. चलो. Okay. Now, if given series is convergent, then बच्चे लिमिट n टेंड्स टू इंफिनिटी Sn कोई एक नंबर मिल रहा होगा L, and in case of sequences I told you limit Sn or limit Sn plus 1, finite number of terms, by removing some finite number of terms sequence का behavior does not change. So if this is true, then this must hold. Using this in 1, use this here. So what I will get? Limit Un equals L minus L equals 0. You getting my point or not? Proved? So yes, this is the beauty of learning definitions. Clear? So here in the series of positive terms, you people will have, number first condition is कि to check the convergence, step 1 is check the limit of the nth term. Fine. If it comes out to be 0, then proceed further to apply test checking the convergence. Otherwise, stop the process and say the given series is not convergent. Should I move? Okay. So after this necessary condition, the second point you will have in your notes, the PDF, is comparison series or comparison test and all. So comparison series, auxiliary series और P series, उसको कुछ भी तीन चार नाम बोलते हैं उसको. So auxiliary series, P series, ठीक है. Comparison series, that is summation n going from 0 to infinity, or you can say 1 upon m raised to the power p. means this is 1 plus n raised to the power p. So p may vary. अभी देखिएगा यहाँ पर 2 cases you will have, p less than 0, p greater than 1 or equal to 1, p less than 1, even n number of cases you may have. In the last you may comprises of 3 parts. Comprises will be p less than 1, p greater than 1, p equals to 1. Getting? So we have to learn, we have to remember this, that for which p, let's say p equals 2. So बच्चे, what the series I will have? 1 upon n square, and that is nothing but 1 upon 0 से नहीं, यहाँ से 1 से लेंगे. So 1 upon 1 का स्क्वायर प्लस 1 upon 2 का स्क्वायर प्लस 1 upon 3 का स्क्वायर प्लस 1 upon n square and so on. Suppose that p is 1 by 2 or 1, so series will turns out to be 1 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 4. Suppose that p is 5 or less than 0, this less than 1. Let's say p equals 1 by 2. You may write the series. The thing I want to know, कि this is convergent or not, this is convergent or not. Moreover, when p is less or equal to 1, then the series diverges, or p greater than 1, then the series converges. So these 3 cases are there which you need to deal. Okay. In the this PDF, I have also proved this, but I suggest you just see that proof for your understanding only, easy only. No need to remember that proof. Okay. So I have proved for you guys. Now, I suggest you here you can write exam point. First exam point, limit. Okay. Exam points you can write. One is, अगर convergent होना है तो limit un must be 0. Exam point 2. For this comparison series or auxiliary series, this is convergent for p greater than 1, and this is divergent, means not convergent for p less or equal to 1. So you need to remember this point. Clear है अभी comparison series? So do remember that. Now let's move on the मनरेगा part. Okay, so just a few minutes only. Tests for convergence of an infinite series. So test for convergence of an infinite series. Here what I will be doing is, number first, let's say comparison test. Okay, there will be some other form of comparison test. There will be 2 forms here. Other form of comparison test, Cauchy's, nth root test, Abel's test, and so on. Fine. What you need to do is, now see the mentoring part. Read the comparison test ka. This is actually a theorem, so it will have some statement. Read the statement carefully. Please read the statement carefully and do understand what is they are trying to say. Getting my point or not? Fine. After that, remember that statement. Okay? If you don't do the Rattamar here, you cannot solve the problem. Then, step 2. No, actually in the PDF I have proved all those things just because I have fun in the proving things. But for you UPSC guys, no need to do all those proofs. What you need to do is read the statement carefully, remember the statement. Second is solving examples, questions of assignments. Okay, तो स्टेप 1 क्या होगा दोस्त? सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चंस में राइट nth term, that means un. Second step, find limit n tends to un. If it is 0, proceed. If it is non-zero, stop and say that series is divergent. Am I clear or not, everyone? If this comes out, if limit un is 0, apply this test. Okay, and by applying this test you can tell whether the series is convergent or not. In the mentoring part, one more thing I will suggest here is that probably like in all of these maximum result tests, you will have limit as greater than 1, less than 1, equals to 1 in general, an idea. So greater than 1 per usually like one more thing I will suggest here, just take with more minutes. Suppose that you have written a series. See, I am doing mentoring here just to make you capable, you can read out those PDFs. Okay, because if I am doing that solving those questions again, that is again a manrega mazduri for me. Then what is the relevance for me as a teacher here? Getting my, otherwise that is you are doing it from the childhood only. So suppose that un is u1 plus u2 plus un. Fine. Now what I wanted to tell you is, suppose that this series के लिए ratio, please focus here because in all tests you will having this funda, un plus 1 or some people use un upon un plus 1. So dear, please ध्यान से सुनना, this is ratio of next term to previous term. un plus 1 what is? n plus 1th term, this is nth term. This is ratio of nth term to its preceding one, मतलब उसके आगे वाले टर्म के साथ रेशियो है. Fine, because you will have ratio test here also. So what they will be using is कि if this ratio, just अभी एकदम बच्चा बन जाइए, behave like a child only. If this ratio is greater than 1, what it symbolizes? 5 by 6. Ratio is less than 1. मान लो 5 is the next term, 6 is the previous term. So 5 by 6 किया, ratio less than 1. But suppose that 5 is the this term, 6 is the next term. तो 6 by 5 करेंगे, ratio is greater than 1. Means in this case, terms will be increasing or not? Tell me. If ratio you are taking like this and ratio comes out to be greater than 1, so terms of this series will be increasing in nature. So increasing, infinity पे जाके क्या करेगा? This summation cannot be finite. Means in case of greater than 1, the series will diverge. क्योंकि जो sum है, that is not coming as some finite number. So if you are taking this, और here if this comes out to be less than 1, तो क्या होगा? Terms is decreasing in nature, means summation may have the possibility to have some finite value. Getting? So if you are using this expression, then you will be using greater than 1, less than 1. If you are using this expression, so this is just reverse of this, so this condition will be reversed. So whatever PDF or book you are studying, check it out whether they are using this expression or this expression. The crux is this only. Getting or not? When this ratio comes out to be equal to 1, we are in dilemma, we are in doubtful case, we need further investigation. What? Need further investigation. Getting? So in all of the formulas you will be having these type of scenarios. Am I clear or not? कोई डाउट? अरे यार पूरा तो लेक्चर ही हुआ जा रहा है आपका तो. चलो, you know, starting I thought कि यार जस्ट आधा घंटे लेंगे, पर पता नहीं पढ़ाते टाइम भावनाओं में बह जाते हैं. And पता है घमंड, like I don't have that much like overconfidence, but yeah, I love teaching. So you know जब भी मतलब मुझे लगता है लेक्चर लेना है, वो always passionate कि यार करते हैं, because बैठे हैं अपने केबिन में, जस्ट एकदम से आया मूड. Yesterday only when this student Salu came and she asked about the 3D कि sir analytical geometry please tell me. You know what I did? I just planned then and there. I called my assistant. He said, "चलो यार कैमरा सेट करो." If I am telling her details about 3D, so I should take a lecture, and I take a lecture of approx 45 minutes, and that becomes introductory lecture for 3D. Okay, so I have been enjoying this process because like I am not overconfident कि मुझे सब कुछ रटा हुआ है. Not रटा हुआ. Conceptual clarity इतना है दिमाग में कि आप कुछ भी टॉपिक अभी कहेंगे, बस मैं बिना किताब और नोट्स के खड़ा होऊंगा और पढ़ा दूंगा. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? बिकॉज न्यूमेरिकल्स मैं याद करता नहीं. इफ यू विल गिव मी द न्यूमेरिकल आई विल सॉल्व. अगर आप कर सकते हैं तो मैं भी कर सकता हूं. ओनली द कंसेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी मेक्स द लाइफ टफर और इजियर. फाइन, चलो अब इतना किया है तो ऑल टेस्ट यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू स्टडी for the part 2, this what Leibniz test. There you will be using some monotonicity or kind of stuff. Suppose that you have the series n going from infinity un 0 to infinity, whatever you have, u1 plus u2 plus un and so on. Sorry, alternate plus minus u1 minus u2 plus u3 minus u4 and so on. Getting? Alternate positive and negative. So here you will study about Leibniz test. Fine. So when I talk about the Leibniz test, what I want to say is, first point is simply necessary condition, limit un is 0 or not. If it is 0, then proceed further. If it is non-zero, stop the process. Got it? Here in the Leibniz test, they use the concept of monotonicity. Okay, which I already taught you in the lecture sequence and sequence one. Is that fine? So for Leibniz test, you may have the funda of monotonicity कि if this condition holds and this is monotonically increasing or monotonically decreasing, then what you can say about the nature, or you can say convergence or divergence. So for this is my suggestion for you. अच्छा, in the last test, Gauss test and all, you may feel bit confusion कि how to write those indices. For that everything is explained in the PDF well. Still I will suggest you to follow the doubts wala lecture where I will be solving the questions. Okay. Similarly in the Cauchy integral test, if you read out that PDF, everything will be clear. I know, because I have explained, those are class notes which I taught the students. Okay. So everything is explained. Try to go there and use these tests. Fine. Now the next concept comes as absolute convergence. So absolute convergence means modulus is convergent. Any series is given to you, and if modulus of those terms means modulus of that series is convergent, then we say that series is absolutely convergent. So you need to remember for that part. Now coming on absolute convergence, here like important point for you, dear. What I can suggest for you guys is, in case of absolute convergence, you studied the definition. First point, told you modulus convergence होना चाहिए. Applying the same test. Other, अच्छा, same test means don't do the blunders. Like suppose that you have been given some series sin n upon n square or sin x upon n square types. So this, अगर मैं इसका मॉडुलस लूंगा तो मॉडुलस ऑफ sin x will be always less or equal to 1. So this turns out to be 1 upon n square. So if this series का summation is less than or equal to this series का summation, and if this is finite, then this will be definitely finite. So this series is convergent by the p test or auxiliary series. P is greater than 1. So if you have in the absolute convergence nothing new formulas or test you will have, simply just you will have some observations of the modulus properties. So that is more exam point for you, how you use those modulus properties. Okay guys, any issue? Fine. Next comes rearrangement. Please focus here. Rearrangements of terms of a series. Here you will have a theorem. What that theorem says, if some infinite series, please do remember this theorem and try to prove it also. In the PDF it is proved. If some series is absolutely convergent, then rearrangement of terms is possible. What it mean by rearrangement? Suppose that you have been given a series here 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 and so on. If I do the modulus, so modulus of un will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on. Minus 1 ka modulus is plus 1. So this is a different series than this. Getting my point or not? So don't confuse with absolute convergence and convergence. Now, this series may be convergent by Lagrange test, you will check. Please be concentrated here. What I am trying to say here, कि if some series is absolutely convergent, then only rearrangement of terms, कि मान लो इस 1 को यहाँ ले आए, पहले ऐसा लिख दे 1 plus 1 plus, फिर minus 1 and so on लिख दे. ऊपर दिख नहीं रहा होगा I guess. Means suppose that you have been written a series like this, and rearrangement of terms means suppose that 2 पहले लिख दिया, 3 बाद में लिख दिया, plus 5 ऐसे करके लिख दिया. Means terms तो इसी series से आएंगे, but उनका order will be altered. Then their nature means their convergence or divergence may be altered. But if that series is absolutely convergent, then their rearrangement of terms does not change the behavior or nature of that series. Am I clear to you all? Any issue? So please do revise this, do remember this. Okay. After this, you will have 2 tests. Should I remove? अरे यार चैप्टर ही खत्म हो गया. पता है बस 15 मिनट्स प्लान करके आया था कि 15 मिनट पढ़ाऊंगा, लेकिन एनीवेज चल आपका भी काम हो रहा है. The last you will have Dirichlet's test and Abel's test. I suggest you इनके जो स्टेटमेंट्स हैं, again read carefully. I'm saying carefully. Repeating. Apply on questions, because these 2 tests will lead us to the uniform convergence wala part. Okay. So these tests have some special importance here, and these are the last topic for your infinite series kind of stuff. Am I clear? Any issue? पावर सीरीज भी बोल दें क्या? Okay. I suggest you to go through the power series and वहां पर केवल एक ही फार्मूला है, लिमिट an plus 1 upon an निकालिए, ठीक है, इसका मॉडुलस, and suppose that this comes out to be 1 upon 1 minus x square for any series. अरे बाप रे बाप पता a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus anx and so on. So if any power series means x के powers में you have been given a series, although in that PDF I have told you the history behind that, what is the significance of that. So for interest purpose you can study that, but for exam point you have to focus on this formula only. What? This formula only. And for summation an to be convergent, this limit an plus 1 upon an का modulus must be less than 1. Clear? So after that they will ask you for which values of x this series is convergent, this power series. So means I want for convergent this limit should be less than 1. So what I will be having, limit suppose that comes out as this. This I need less than 1. This implies 1 minus x square. It is greater than 1. 1 is greater than x square. Or this implies x square less than 1. Is that clear? So for that power series to be convergent, what I can do is I have to find this limit first, and finding this limit, whatever the expression we have here, I will just apply this condition that for this to be convergent, I need to have this condition to be holded well. Once I got this condition कि x square is less than 1, I can give which is that interval for x, means for which values of x this holds, for which values of this holds, and for which values of this holds. Getting my point or not? Any issue? Then this interval, suppose this comes out as minus 1 to 1. So this interval is called interval of convergence for given power series. Am I clear to you? If this comes out as suppose that minus r to r, then r is called the radius of convergence for the given power series. And that you can like find it here. Sometimes they ask you to calculate radius of convergence. You just find this limit, and this limit ka, if you write an plus 1 upon an, then you can write 1 upon r equals to that limit is the radius of convergence. If you are writing an upon an plus 1, then r will, like 1 upon r ki jagah r will be there. The expression whatever you take, you just remember your kind of stuff only. Fine? So in the power series, we need to do only these two terms. They may ask to find you that interval of convergence. They may ask the radius of convergence. And what is the procedure that I have told you. So in that power series, the general idea, the mentoring part is this only. Apart from this, in the doubt session, in the this problem discussion part, we'll have more. And I don't guess something is left here from the infinite series and power series. At the end, again I will suggest you, please go through that PDF, read the words, read the lines, because those are the like experiences of 15 years which I have put into the PDF. So I wish you'll enjoy. So let's meet in the next lecture. Till then, keep learning, keep smiling. Good luck.